broken up the elevation. We're using two different colors of the panels. Other features I've used to give it some distinction are the projecting out of the office area and giving that some character and texture. It also gives the office workers a pleasanter place to work. An office is situated so they can control the flow of trucks in and out and the entrance to the building. With a warehouse, going high has some efficiencies. It uses less land if you're like 5 levels high with the racking. And when you're a refrigerated warehouse, you're really efficient, because cold air introduced at the top drops down, cools your product. So there's a thermal efficiency that's at work here. That's the reason for the height, why they're asking for an additional 4.5 feet over the 40 feet.
In the event that you would be required to go with 40 feet, what would be the result as far as the spreading out of the building site itself?
Well, we might have to enlarge the building horizontally to get the same amount of product. So you're using more land to get less efficiency in that way. More runoff and everything else as a result.
You have built a number of warehouses or supervised or designed for cold storage.
Yes, I have.
And that's been sort of your specialty for many years now?
For the past 10 or 15 years, yes, I've been in the food products, manufacturing, storage, distribution.
And is there an efficiency in the so-called stacking that you made reference to? For example, the 5 pallets in height.
Definitely, there is an efficiency there with the improvement in the lift truck technology. That really works well. It's quick and efficient. And, you can spot your product. There's a variety of products on these racks, and the ability to go up there and locate them quickly and move them is important.
And is this building designed as a thermally efficient building?
Definitely is.
And what temperatures would it be?
There will be a freezer section at -10 degrees, and then the cold storage building, the refrigeration portion will be 28 to 34 degrees.
And is there a machine that's intended to be located in there, which we dealt with earlier as to hydraulic sterilization?
The high pressure pasteurization device is kept at the same temperature, 28 to 34 degrees, as are even everything, except even the docks are at that temperature. Only the offices are at normal temperature.
You designed the building in conjunction with Boston Seabrother, who did the site work, is that correct?
Correct.
And have you endeavored to utilize the space in a way that would show decorative features as well? Right. I mean by that, plants and evergreens and so forth.
Well, yes, we did work together on that in terms of, he spoke of the mound between our site and the residential site. In addition, there'd be planting on that mound. We're featuring planting lining the road coming in and along the pond to enhance the building and make it a better place for workers too.
And in your experience with buildings of this character, I suppose both larger and smaller, are there any detrimental features of this kind of facility that you can recognize?
Basically, I think we've dealt with them all. I have the main thing you have in a building, any commercial building, is what you do with refuse. So we've located that in a screened area, and that will be discreetly taken care of.
In your experience in buildings of this character, are there any noises emitted by the building itself or from the building as a result of machines?
Machinery is, there should be no noise beyond the building.
And well, how would you describe the trucks that would come in that we've already indicated? Would that be the major noise that would be occurring?
Motor noise, yes, and there are compressors on the trucks.
I see. Is there any air pollution as a result of this entire process?
No.
You've discussed trash, we've discussed some of the other issues. How about any unusual light emanating from the site? Is there any problems there?
No, that should all be controlled. There should be no leakage off the site of light.
Lights would be installed if the board requires any specific lighting on the exterior. We're certainly open to those suggestions as well.
What do you have planned?
I believe you probably would have some exterior lighting facing down so it doesn't flood adjoining neighbors.
Correct, yes.
That would be in the final, Mrs. Adams, that would be in the final provisions, the area of lighting. But the parking lot would have to be lit too.
Well, generally that's part of the preliminary. I mean, it's hard for a planning board to approve the site plan approval without the basics.
Well, we'd have to have lighting, there's no question about that. And just for the safety. And the lighting plan is, I believe, shown on Mr. Seaberger's plan.
So perhaps it's just a different witness that needs.
Yes, yes. If there's any questions you want to raise on the lighting, I'll have Mr. Seaberger come back. Thank you, sir.
Well,
Any other questions?
Yeah. What agent are you using for refrigerant?
Excuse me?
What agent are you using for refrigerant? Ammonia, HCFC, whatever?
At this point, we're thinking of Freon, but we're still in the process of finalizing that. We're not thinking of ammonia.
Okay.
That's not a real good idea.
Hey, anyway, I have to ask.
Glad to answer.
I have a question I'd like to ask. Not having enough time to go through this year's blueprint I have in front of me. I noticed that years ago when they used to build buildings with freezing units in it, they used to put pipes underneath the floor that came out to the either side of the building, allow air to go in so the floor don't.
We still do.
They still do?
Under the refrigeration part, it would be pipes. Under the freezer part, it would be pumped glycol, antifreeze. But otherwise, the ground will heave and lift the floor slab and kick over your racks and everything, so it has to be very carefully gone into.
But that's a sealed system,
Yes.
like your radiator in your car.
What, I'm not, okay, Dave.
I was going to say, if the board member's done, I have just one or two questions.
Okay, I'm not sure if these are witness to my question.
Go ahead, whoever you wish.
The traffic or the flow of the trucks that you're going to have coming in and out of your site, can you show me on your plan where they're coming in and going out?
John, you want to start doing that?
No, I think Mr. Van is appropriate. I just wanted to put this up here.
Mr. Vina, keep your voice up and here you go.
It's just a light version of this.
You're asking about on-site circulation?
I just want to, when a truck enters your site, how does it get to your loading dock and get away from your loading dock? I haven't found that anywhere yet.
Okay. They'll enter off of Courses Landing Road. They'll make a left turn into the site, utilizing these loading docks on the northern side of the building. They'll continue straight. They'll pass the